To set up a decoration matrix, the first thing you need to know is that you need to be an admin on your account. Only admins are able to set these up. You can click into your admin tab and then click on the sub-tab that says Decoration Matrix. From here on the left, you're able to select what decorator you want to create your matrix for. You can do this by clicking on the drop-down and typing in a decorator's name. Now the decorator does need to be created inside of commonsku before you can add a matrix for them. You're not able to add a decorator on the fly currently. Once you select a decorator from the drop-down menu, you'll have a box here that allows you to add in a description. This is really for you to add in any additional notes that you want to show yourself or your team when using this decorator on a project. Once you've filled out any notes about the decorator, you can add in a decoration matrix by clicking Add New Decoration. Once you click on that, it's going to show you a charge name. Now you can type in whatever you want into this box, but this is also going to show on vendor POs and it's going to show on client-facing forms if you're also showing that client the charge. So typically you want to name this something specific. This is also what's going to show on the drop-down menu when you're trying to choose the correct charge. So naming it something like screen printing or setups for screens are the best ways to kind of go about the charge name. After you fill out the charge name and description, you can choose the charge type. Now with the charge type, you can either choose a run charge or a fixed charge. Whichever one you select will then have you choose what type of table or matrix that you want to create from here. Let's talk about the different types of matrices that are available for your run charges. So there's a per item matrice and then also a table. Let's talk about the table first. The table is probably going to be the one that you end up using the most, and you're able to set up rows and breakdowns here. You can have as many rows and breakdowns as you would like. Down below, you name the y-axis. Typically, this is going to be things like colors or stitches, and you fill out your quantities. And across the top is going to be the quantity breaks for the garment that you're going to be decorating. From there, you can tab through and fill out your pricing for each part of the table. And once that's filled out, you're ready to go, and you can move on to adding your next decoration. The other type of run charge matrix that's available is a per item matrix. Now, this is typically for additional charges that will be per piece that your decorator will charge you. So some examples of that are fold and bag. My decorator might charge me 30 cents for a short sleeve or 40 cents for a long sleeve. They might charge me 60 cents for something heavier like a jacket. So I can just click add charge, and if it's 60 cents, I can type that in. This could also be used for things like if an embroiderer is going to charge you more depending on the material that they have to embroider on. So maybe denim is an extra $3 per item, leather is an extra $4, backpacks or jackets are $2 per item. Anything that's going to be a per item charge here, you can actually set up. So all you have to do is fill out the charge name, description, and then click add charge to add it to the list. The biggest piece to know about this particular charge is that what will show on the vendor-facing and client-facing forms is the charge name. So if I select fold and bag and then I choose jacket, on my vendor PO it will only say fold and bag at 60 cents. It won't show them fold and bag with jacket. And obviously on your client-facing forms, you have the option to show your client that or roll it into pricing. The fixed charge type also has two different matrices for you to choose from. So if I select fixed charge, I can select a list or a table. Same thing, I can give it a description. So let's talk about the list. With the list, you're going to select an increment and then what that increment is counting. So for example, a fixed charge list would be great to use for setups. If I'm doing increments of 1, and then this is based off of color screen, I can then click add charge and say that the charge is for a screen setup, and it's going to be $25 per color. So it's getting per color from up here with my increment and units. So you're typically going to use this for things like setup charges. The final type of matrix would be a fixed charge that is set up as a table. Now this will typically be used for things like tape charges. So I've gone ahead and added in 3 rows, which you can edit, and then you're going to fill out what you're measuring and what the cost is. This is usually used for non-linear costs. So for example, on a tape charge, anything above 0 stitches up to 5,000 is going to cost me $25. Then from 5,000 to 10,000 is going to be $35, so it went up by $10. And then anything over 10,000 stitches is going to be $40. So since these are non-linear increments, you would set it up as a fixed charge table compared to the fixed charge list, which is using an increment counter based off of the same price. So tape charge is kind of the most common use case for the fixed charge table matrices. Whenever you're done adding in all of your decoration charges, you can always scroll to the top and click the Done button. Don't worry, commonsku is going to auto-save this along the way anyways. But by clicking Done, it will then allow you to go in and change who the decorator is, or you can do things like delete and edit, and go back and fill out other matrix for other decorators. As you can tell from this feature, there are a ton of different things that you can do with it, and we really built it so you can go ahead and digitally upload every charge that a decorator is going to charge you. It's just really a matter of figuring out what charge type and what type of matrix you need to use. So hopefully this video helps. If you have any questions, as always, you can reach out to the support team at support@commonsku.com or click in the top right-hand corner of commonsku and click on the support button to start a chat with us.